fears that World War III could be imminent are increasing after U.S. President Donald Trump delivered a stark warning to Russia. The president sent a chilling message to Russian strongman Vladimir Putin on Twitter, warning the former Soviet state should get ready for missiles to be fired at Syria, following an alleged chemical attack on Saturday. Reports suggest hundreds have been killed or injured after toxic bombs were dropped on civilians in Doma, in eastern Ghouta. Tensions were raised further when the president cancelled his planned trip to Latin America to deal with the situation. Mr. Trump has always held a tough stance on foreign policy, showing a willingness to jump into action if allies are threatened. In a tweet, Mr. Trump said, "Russia vows to shoot down any and all missiles fired at Syria. Get ready, Russia, because they will be coming." Nice and new and smart! You shouldn't be partners with a gas-killing animal who kills his people and enjoys it! BBC's Barbara Pletosher suggested the decision to cancel the trip could mean that the U.S. has plans for a larger military operation. Mr. Trump's hot-headed tweet has been tempered somewhat by other official responses, with Defense Secretary James Mattis still assessing the chemical attack and that the U.S. military stood ready to provide military options if they are appropriate as the president determines. Getty Trump tweeted a warning to Russia at a Syrian region of Ghouta has been taken over by the Syrian government. Russia denounced the allegations of the chemical attack as a provocation designed to justify Western intervention against its ally. Russian officials say samples taken from the area had not shown any chemical residue or substance, and senior Russian figures have warned of a Russian response to a U.S. attack. On Wednesday, Alexander Zasypkin, Moscow's ambassador to Lebanon, repeated a warning by the head of the military that missiles would be shot down and their launch sites targeted if they threatened the lives of Russian personnel. Get Russia vs. Trump. Will Putin press the nuclear button and send nuclear missile to USA? Getty. Putin sent a nuclear missile, while Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova asked whether the aim of Western strikes might be to quickly remove the traces of the provocation, so international inspectors will have nothing to look for in terms of evidence. Addressing new ambassadors in Moscow, President Vladimir Putin said he hoped common sense would prevail and that the situation would stabilize, adding Russia would keep all its international obligations in full. Responding to Mr. Zasypkin's comments, General Sir Richard Barrons, who led the UK's Joint Forces Command from 2013 to 2016, told BBC Radio 4's Today programme, "I hope the ambassador has chosen his words very carefully because what he is actually saying is that if the US and allies decide to strike against Syrian chemical weapons and delivery aircraft, not only are they going to try and shoot down the missiles in flight, which they're capable of doing, but won't be with total success, but by saying the words launch platforms, he is saying they are going to try and sink ships, sink submarines and shoot aircraft out of the sky. That's war." Getty. Both America and Russia blocked each other's proposals. The UK has said they will back America. Both the US and Russia are member states of the United Nations and, on Tuesday, both blocked each other's attempts to set up international investigations. Both nations presented solutions for the UN Council to vote on, only to see them vetoed. Vasily Nebenzia, Russian ambassador to the UN, accused the US of trying to mislead the international community, and said it was taking one more step towards confrontation. He said the US and its allies did not need the resolution to determine responsibility because it was already blaming Syria and Russia. "You do not want to hear the fact that no traces of a chemical attack were found in Doma," Mr. Nebenzia said. "You simply have been looking for a pretext and want the resolution to fail to justify the use of force against Syria,